My name is Jessica. I'm a neonatal bottle feeder, and this is the second video of a series that I'm creating to help you if you found a neonate and you're new at this. You either have gone to Facebook or called other rescues and you're still waiting for someone to call you back. You want to, again, keep them on their heat source. Go to a pet store or Walmart and you can get most likely KMR. They have a liquid and a powdered version. Most important part is making sure that you don't aspirate them, which I will go over, making sure that they're an appropriate temperature, so 1 hour in their heat source away from any drafts. And you want to make sure that the milk is made properly and it's warm. So there will be instructions. You do not want to make the milk and then heat it up in the microwave in the bottle. This is going to create hot spots within the bottle and you can burn them, and any type of injury, no matter how big or small, could be detrimental for your neonate. So what you want to do is, first I recommend getting 1 ml syringes from your local pharmacy. Just tell them that you found neonates and they will most likely give you some. 1 ml syringes and the bottle. We like to use Miracle Nipples, but I don't see them ever sold in pet stores. If you see Miracle Nipples for sale, buy them. Otherwise, it's going to be one of those puppy bottles. The nipple is kind of big, and so that's why I recommend using the syringe at first. When you are bottle feeding, you do not want to press the bottle. Do not squeeze it. So you take the bottle, you heat it up inside of a cup of warm water. Okay, that's how you're going to heat it up. That's going to make it so there are no hot spots. You test it. You can take a little bit out of the syringe, put the cap back on, stick the bottle back in the hot water. You're going to take the 1 ml syringe. You're not going to stick it straight here. You're going to stick it on the side and very slowly make sure that the syringe is not sticking, because if it's sticking and you press a bunch in and they choke on it, they can get it into their lungs. 1 or a maximum 2 drops on the tongue from the side, not straight back. Let them start getting the taste of the milk. They will eventually start suckling. It is not uncommon for them to be fussy. They don't have to eat right away. You want to make sure that you take this nice and slow to minimize mistakes. So right after you feed them, you're going to want to take a paper towel that's not too abrasive or some toilet paper. You do not need to wet it. The mother's tongues are rough. You're going to take it and you're going to stimulate the genital areas, the front and the back. And again, the most important part is to make sure that they are warm. So they stay on that heat source 24 hours a day. When you bring them out to feed them, wrap them in a blanket. Make sure that your house is not too cold, that you're away from any drafty areas like underneath an AC vent, and then feeding them through the side of the mouth to get the taste. Once they start suckling, you can start using the bottle. You want to make sure the cap is on nice and tight. The looser the cap is, the faster the milk is going to come out. So 1 to 7 day olds are extremely critical, and they are not easy to take care of. You want to feed 1 to 7 day olds every 2 hours, 24 hours a day. 7 to 14 day olds every 2 to 2.5 hours during the day. You can do 3 3-hour feedings at night. From 15 days old to 21 days old, you can feed them every 3-4 hours, depending on how much they're eating during the day, and then you can do 4 hours at the night so you can sleep more. 21 days and greater, you can start to feed them every 4 hours during the day, and then you can do a 6-hour at night so you can get some sleep. Okay, so we want to remember to keep them warm, make sure they have enough time on the heat source to regulate their temperature. We want to make sure that we make the milk correctly, that we heat it up in a safe way to eliminate hot spots that could burn them. We want to take it slow at first when we are first introducing the milk replacement, because it is very common for them to be fussy. It is not their mother's milk and they want their mother's milk, but this is the only option, right, if they're abandoned. To minimize any aspirating, again, if you're with the syringe, just do a few drops at a time until they swallow it. They will start to suckle, and then when they have a good suckle, you're going to take the bottle that you take out of your milk, test the milk, make sure that it's not too hot. You want it to be nice and warm, but not where it burns you. And then you're gonna, put it on their tongue. Do not squeeze the bottle. They will start to suckle. and make sure it's tight so the milk isn't coming out too fast. You don't want it straight up and you don't want it down. You want it kind of at like an angle like this when you're feeding them. Again, you can contact local rescues if this job is just too much. It's totally understandable, or reach out in our bottle feeding group or Miami-Dade Community Cats for more help.